Hi, it's Paul Sackett, Good News Planet. I'm speaking to Dr. Bob Arnot. Hi, Doctor. How are you?
Hey, Paul. I'm great. How are you?
Okay, good. Living the Source. Okay, tell us about this outreach to help raise some money for Save the Children and give us some background on the company.
Sure. So Live the Source has really, I think, a breakthrough concept, and that is of global impact. So for all the products that are sold, 10% goes into a pool. And so if you're part of Live the Source, you can designate that the money go to Save the Children, International Medical Corps, World Vision, whatever you really feel is the one that makes the biggest difference for you. At this particular event, of course, we're supporting Haiti. I've been down there literally since the day after the earthquake. It's one of the most forgotten places on earth to begin with. And we're making a big difference down there. School for the Blind, we're out in the western part of the country, which is one of the very, very toughest parts of the country, and really making a huge difference for women and children.
That's great news. Tell us a little bit about the products that are, involved with this outreach.
Sure. So, I love Live the Source because of the cutting-edge biotechnology nature of it. As an example, nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is the future of so much of medicine. One concept to leave you with, $65 billion worth of drugs every year do little or no good because they're not bioavailable to the body. Nanotechnology allows it to be turned on as it gets right to the target tissue, whether that might be a cancer or a heart cell, or a muscle cell, or bone, and allows you to make it in a package that basically is what we call bioavailable. By having a bioavailable product, you get much more into your system. For instance, every morning I get up and I take Live the Source minerals and vitamins, and you can almost feel it go boom. You feel so good because the nanotechnology basically explodes and makes it bioavailable so that it's available instantly as opposed to just washing through your system. Now, I was an arthritis sufferer for years. In fact, I've had both of my hips resurface and have terrible knee arthritis. I take Celadrin, and the reason I love it is that as opposed to taking, say, an ibuprofen or an Advil or I won't use a brand name, but as opposed to taking an ibuprofen or acetaminophen, well, there's a real risk. Look at 107,000 people are hospitalized every year with NSAIDs. You take it for pain, it's not doing anything for the joint, it's just relieving some of your pain, but it puts you at real risk. So as a physician, I believe in safety first. First, do no harm. And so Celadrin basically works on the membrane of the cell. That fatty outer portion of the cell is what helps to create what we call the leukotrienes and prostaglandins, very fancy names, but basically those are little micro hormones that go and cause the pain that we suffer. So it helps to both lubricate joints, but it's getting at the core problem. It's getting rid of the inflammation, and it's getting at all of the pain mechanisms directly and completely safe because they're plant-based oils. So I'm in love with it, and so are my knees.
The tie-in with Save the Children in Haiti, how'd that come about?
So I was on the board of Save the Children for many years. My sister's an executive vice president there. I love the organization. I was down there with them in Haiti, and they make a spectacular difference because they really do target women and children. They're looking at the survivability of women and children under 5, and they do an amazing job in terms of an all-encompassing service that's looking at health and education, HIV prevention, the whole package so that these children have a real future.
Okay, last question. What's good news for you?
Good news for me is that we're all going to Haiti. Live the Source. Ted Farnsworth is taking everybody from our meeting here today down to Haiti, and it's going to be a great trip. It'll be an eye-opener, and I think it will do a lot of good.
What's the website for the organization?
The website for the organization is www.livethesource.com.
And a certain percentage of all the sales for, I think, one of the two of the products, they will go towards the Save the Children organization.
So Live the Source, 10%. 10% of the sales of Celadrin in January are going to go to Save the Children. And what I love about Live the Source is that they have a brand new concept, and that is a global impact. So if you work for them, if you're a distributor, if you're part of the organization, you can designate that your 10% goes directly to helping children in Haiti or any organization you want worldwide.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing good news.
Thanks again. Thanks, Paul.